Hey there. All right. This is the second part of the first video for the setup for inbound call agents. So if you haven't watched already the initial video for the simple setup for inbound call agents, then make sure you watch that because in this video, I'll be showing the advanced section of how to set up inbound call agents, more specifically on how to integrate inbound call agents with automations with platforms like make.com, which I will show in this video. So very briefly, I'll just show you a cool automation that we can create in VoiceDrop so that for every call that is sent to our AI agent, and then our AI agent handles the call, asks all the questions we wanted to the customer to qualify the lead, and then once the call ends, it will send data of this customer to a Google Sheet where we can easily track people that have contacted us and then we can follow back with once we receive their information that the AI agent has provided. All right, so I'll show you quickly. So I have this Google Sheet here, and we have the caller number, we have the email, availability, and budget, which is data that I added here on my AI agent, ask the customer. You can see here I added to ask about the customer's email address, availability for a meeting next week, and for their budget for the project. So, like I said, we're going to create this automation with make.com, which is a simple platform for creating automations. So, how to do this? Simply, we're going to add the first action as a webhook. And here, we'll create a custom webhook, and then we'll create a webhook, and we can just keep these settings as is, click save, and this will give us an address that we need to send data to. So we can copy this address and then go back to VoiceDrop. All right, and then paste the URL we got on the work to receive data field here. And then now we can click send test data so that automation can receive a structure on how the data will look like. So it says test webhook sent successfully. Now, if we go back to make.com, you'll see it received it successfully. So we can now click save. And now we can connect to any platform that make.com connects with. So for example, you can connect with your CRM so that for every call that has happened and has been tracked by our AI agent can get automatically added as a contact on your CRM. For now, what I will do is I will connect with Google Sheets. So I'll add a Google Sheets action here, add a row, and I will connect it with the first action, which is the webhook. So it should look like this. Once we have connected our Google account with Make, we will now be able to select a spreadsheet that we would want to fill data in. And then we can select sheet name. So since we have only one, then we can select that one. Now we have here the values that we can fill from the webhook itself. So here we can first add the caller, and this would be the caller ID, which is basically the phone number of the person that called the AI agent. Second is the email. So this data that, remember that we added to the AI agent to ask the customer and then receive that data for us so we can gather it and then log it anywhere we need it. So first of all, we have the email, and very important, you can see here that the questions are in order. So the first question is the email address. The second question is about the availability. And the third question is about the budget. So we have here a list of questions under data gathered. So the order is exactly the same of how we set it up on our AI agent, meaning number one is a question about the email address. Number two is about the availability. And the third is about the budget. If we continue adding more questions, we will not need to set the automation again, since they will just be ordered here. So now we need to start adding data. So we click under one, and each object has a lot of values. So first of all, we have data description, which is the question that we wanted to ask the customer. So in this case, is the customer's email address. Second is data type, which is a type of value. In this case, it will be a text. And third is data value, which is the actual response from the customer. So if the customer actually said their email address, during the call, it will add it under data value. So we just need to add it here. And you can see it's now added to this field. Now second, we have availability. So this goes under number 2. Same thing. So we need to click data value here. And for budget, we can click number 3 and click data value. So that is pretty much it. So now we can click save and then turn on this automation. Of course, we need to save it first and then run it immediately. And now, once our AI agent starts receiving calls, of course, we need to save the changes here in Bootstrap. So just make sure that all questions are correctly set up. Click save and close, and then click save changes here. All right, so now once the AI agent starts receiving calls and it gathers the data from the customer, every time a call ends, it will show the data here on the dashboard of a customer, and it will also add data to this Google Sheet. All right, that is pretty much a simple setup on how to work with integrations with Make.com, but feel free to create any type of automation you need based on this. Like I said, from the webhook, you can connect your CRM. It can be HubSpot, Soho, or any other. And then when the webhook is triggered, create a contact on your CRM with data that was provided by the AI agent. All right, well, I hope that was helpful. Like I said in the previous video, if you need help with any step of the setup, you can contact us anytime through our live chat support by clicking the purple circle at the bottom right. Just send us a message and we'll be able to help as soon as we can on any question you have. That's it for now. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.